Hello, and welcome to Wonton Wednesday. I have been wanting to make this recipe for a long time, and I've just been scared to, which is a really weird thing to say, but I want it to work so badly that I think I've just built it up in my head as something that's impossible. So we're gonna try our best to get these wrappers done perfectly, which means that we'll probably end up getting them done adequately. And that's what I'm hoping for. You can also freeze the dough, which is really great because that means that you don't have to go through all of this every time you want to make it. And it can be used for wontons, it can be used for gyoza, which is what I'm going to use it for, even though I lied and said it was Wonton Wednesday, but there's no day of the week that starts with G. And also spring rolls. It is so versatile, and I am very excited because if it works, I'm going to make double batches, have them frozen, and then be able to just make dumplings whenever I want and not have to stress about it. So the things that we need for this are gluten-free flour with xanthan gum. I'm using cup for cup just because I've had kind of the best luck with that as a 1-to-1 flour in gluten-free baking. And then the recipe also calls for modified tapioca starch, and it recommended this brand, which I ordered. Eggs, warm water, and a little dash of courage to try this. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and see if we can't make these wrappers. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. We've got everything measured out. We've got our stand mixer here. So we're gonna put the flour and the expandex, whisk to combine. So then we are going to create a well in the center of the dry ingredients. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so nervous. Okay. Add the eggs and 4 tablespoons of warm water. Okay, so into the well, the eggs, and 4 tablespoons of warm water. And then we are going to mix on medium speed for about 1 minute. Oh no, I've messed up my well. Okay. It's okay, I'm sure that's fine. Okay. Ready? A hot minute, but I think that's good. It says that if there are any crumbly bits, add the remaining water, but I don't think that there are. It should hold together when squeezed with your hands. Yeah, I mean, that actually feels a little wet. I probably should have put flour on my hands before I touched it. Then I'm supposed to turn the mixer speed up to medium high and beat it until smooth, about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so it says that it should be at most slightly sticky, and that looks really sticky to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of flour in, just a tiny bit, and see if that doesn't help. Yeah, that's like really sticky. Yikes. Okay. I guess. So I've added like a tablespoon more. I feel like that's still pretty sticky, but I've got flour in here. Let's see. I don't want to add too much more flour. Yeah, what do you guys think? That doesn't seem slightly sticky. That seems very sticky. I don't know though. Okay, I'm just gonna try one more time. I'm just gonna add a little more flour into the center here. I've just realized why this is so loud. It shouldn't be. Just a little tool. Better? Should we add a little more? You know what? Let's do it. If we have to start over, we have to start over. This is how we learn. Question of the day, can you overmix this dough? I guess we will find out. So it does say the dough should be smooth and pliable. If it feels stiff, add a few more drops of water until the mix is pliable. It should be at most slightly sticky, but mostly just smooth. I have no frame of reference for, I mean, that's like a sticky dough, right? Like it's just sticking to everything. Okay, so it did say you could use a wooden spoon for at least 2 minutes. So let's, God, I feel like this is one of those things that this is what they mean when they say like, don't overwork the dough. And I have no idea if that applies to this. So we're gonna try, I am just going to add a little more in, and then, so after this, we're supposed to go ahead and put it in saran wrap for 10 minutes and let it rest and absorb the rest of the moisture. All right, that feels, I guess, less sticky. Ah! Who was surprised? Not me. Transfer the dough to a piece of plastic wrap. Guys, I have no idea what slightly sticky means. It still seems very sticky to me. Okay, wrap it tightly. I feel like that is too much. See? I don't know, man. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. I can't tell if I already had that dough on my hand or if it's, nope, it's because I didn't wrap this. You guys, tell me that does not look like it's too sticky. Womp womp. That is a very sticky dough. 250 grams of all-purpose gluten-free flour, yes. 3/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, omit if your blend contains it, my blend contained it. 35 grams of Expandex modified tapioca starch, done. 3 eggs, out of shell, room temperature, beaten, done. 4 to 6 tablespoons of warm water. Well, for once, the mistake that I can see wasn't in me misreading the directions. So we're just gonna, I don't feel confident that that's tight enough, so I'm gonna get another piece. We are going to just throw things around since we don't know what we did wrong. Okay. Got our nice little dough ball right there. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it for 10 minutes and then see where we're at, I guess. Okay guys, so we'll go ahead and give this a try. It's really not convinced it's not still super sticky, but we'll go ahead and see. Yeah, man, I messed up somewhere or something. Should we try to roll it out anyway? So it says to take only half the dough and wrap the other half so it doesn't dry out. So just sprinkle with flour and roll into a rectangle about 1/4 inch thick, sprinkling with flour as necessary. It's a shitty rectangle, but seems to be. How do you roll things out in a rectangle? Like, how does that go? My dad is calling. Cannot pick up the phone right now. I'm busy making a mess. I can't really. Whoop. Using a pizza wheel, pastry cutter, or sharp knife, trim the edges of the rectangle to create even edges. Gather trimmings and then set them aside. Using even and sustained but not aggressive pressure, roll out the rectangle until it's approximately 1/8 of an inch thick. That feels like it's sticking to the other side. Well, okay. Guess we're gonna start over. Yikes. Ugh. Okay, so it says I can stack the pieces, so I'm gonna do that. We've got 3 of them, and that's 3 more than we had this morning. So, you know, look, it's not pretty. It's not. What I'm gonna do, before I spend, we're gonna pretend I didn't show you that. Before I spend all this time rolling out more, is I'm gonna try one. I'm just gonna try one and we're gonna see how it is. So let's pick this one. I'm gonna use a piece of cheese to fill it, because we just wanna know if it works. So I did go ahead and fry up this one in a pan. The cheese did escape a little, but okay. So dough tastes great. I guess I have to roll out the rest of them. Damn it. This at the store, and I found this like ages ago, and knowing that I wanted to do this, I went ahead and bought it. Now I think my pieces are like slightly too small for it, so I'm gonna do something perhaps ill-advised. The filling mixture that I have for it is pork and ginger, a little bit of garlic. So let's see if we can't kind of, I guess I could just kind of stretch it with my fingers. And I don't want to overstuff them because I'm already questioning the there's too much stuffing. Regrets. It's been a while since I made these, and to be honest, I've only ever made them with people who knew what they were doing. Okay. And then I'm supposed to just, I guess I can take out the corner bit there. That was water, by the way, that I put on to seal. Okay, so not really gyoza, but they are like dumplings. All right, let's try to do the rest of them and see where we end up. Okay, if we were gonna make a wonton, how would we do that? Oh my gosh, it doesn't even say how to make the wonton. It just says make wonton. Are they, oh. It's just like, I'm just gonna make a tortellini. All right, yeah, that's a wonton, right? They go diagonal. This I don't think was the recipe's fault. I think this was 100% my fault. Was having trouble from the very start. Dough was too sticky. Added a whole ton of flour. I think I overworked the heck out of the dough, which did matter here. but we're gonna give it a try anyway, because you know, we made it, we used the ingredients, and we're not gonna waste anything. Mottainai. Okay, so this is one that was in the dumpling press. So like it came out shaped better than kind of the other ones, but let's give it a try. It's not great. It's not great. I give it like a 2 out of 10, and only because like it looks vaguely like a dumpling and it's edible. The wrapper is too thick, I think, or too doughy, and the doughy may be one of the things I listed before, like too much flour, overworked the dough, didn't know what I was doing. Maybe these are not good for pan frying. Maybe it's like the recipe did call out like wonton or spring roll, so maybe it needs to be like boiled in the soup, or it needs to be fried. Because when I did the cheese bit earlier, that did come out pretty good. So I don't know, let's give the wonton I made in the soup a try. I did it really simple. I just went ahead and used chicken broth. And there's really gonna be no graceful way to eat this. But maybe because it was in, ooh, it's all falling apart. It was in the broth, it might be a bit different. All right, we'll just go for the wrapper because that is better. I give it like a 3 out of 10. It's still too doughy. Like the flavor of the dough just tastes too doughy. And it's not because it's not cooked, because they are cooked all the way through. But because it was in the soup, I feel like it didn't dry out, a little bit chewier, not in a bad way. And it has more moisture than the pan fried ones. So I'm impressed that I tried it, and I am impressed that I messed it up in the ways I messed it up. Will I make them again? Maybe when I can have supervision of some sort after pandemic times. Will I eat these? Yes, I will. Will I find something to do with the wrappers that I have in the fridge right now? Absolutely. Yeah, maybe they do have to be fried or in the soup, in which case that's totally fine, because the one that I did with the cheese that I've like pan fried in a little bit of oil got really crispy, and that was nice, but that was also early on. You know, we learned some things. We made some things that resemble dumplings, and we made a mess, and now we get to drink our wine and clean up. We'll give it another try another day.